Oh, so unfit. Fucking hell. Oh, remember, kids, always stay hydrated. Welcome back, boys and girls. Just about caught my breath after that horrendous ordeal of trying to push little Red back into the garage from where she was slumbering. But show season is fast upon us. We've still got plenty to do on the Nova. Have no fear, we're back on that literally at the end of this week. But I've had a bit of a shit week, to be honest. I've had a shit couple of weeks, to be perfectly fair. That's not the best angle, is it? I've had a really shit couple of weeks, to be fair. And do you know what? This evening I thought to myself, this thing's been sitting on my desk as a paperweight, and I'm sitting there staring at it every day. And I thought, to cheer myself up, I think I've got most of the bits for it, but there is bound to be the odd bit or piece that I need. So I thought, do you know what? Let's come down here, crack open a cold one, and offer up the turbo in the hole. There's obviously going to be some bits of fabrication and modification needed to do. So I'm just going to drop the turbo in and see where we're at. Yeah, pretty excited. Little Red, nearly ready for the road. Insured it last week for another year. Bargain, actually, £137 for the year. I'm happy with that. And I just renewed the tax on it as well. It's MOT'd, so it's not MOT. It's insured, it's taxed. Its MOT is due, I think, at the beginning of next month or the end of next month. I'm not sure. So fairly should sail through, to be honest. I need to sort out the headlights because I've taken the side, if I remember rightly, when we did the dash, I took the side light bulb holders out of here to fit in the Nova dash. So I need to order a new pair of those, but that's fine, I can get those done. They didn't fit these headlights very well anyway, so it was on the list of things to be changed. The boost controller needs to be put in a better position rather than just cable tied on. But and we also need to put the fuel line back in that we also borrowed to get the Nova running, or attempt to get the Nova running at some point. So, as usual, I'm going to stop waffling. Let's get a turbo in the hole and see what it looks like. Right. Moment of truth then. Does it fit? The answer is no, it doesn't fit. Nowhere close. Look how much further that sticks out. Ooh, that's going to... Right, so, I mean, it fits in the hole physically. It needs to drop down a little bit. I'm not sure whether the bonnet is going to close. Needs to drop down a little bit. Exhaust needs to be changed anyway. I'm not too worried about that because this is... it's a 2.5 inch outlet, I think, as opposed to a 3 inch outlet on the other turbo, so fine with that, that's no problem. My hot side piping, boost side, it's going to require something. I don't know what yet, but it's going to require something. Probably going to have to move my coolant header tank to a new location, again, which is going to be a pain in the backside. So I'm going to have to move the coolant header tank, and then I'm also going to have to look at rerouting my boost pipe work. And this is why I wanted to put the turbo in tonight, so I know exactly what I've got going on, to be perfectly honest with you. It does seem to fit on top of the turbo flange right though, which is fine. Right, I'm going to cock this round so this sticks up a bit, which will mean I can drop the turbo down properly to where it's going to sit. Should hopefully then line up half decent with my down pipe, and then we'll have a look at this cold side. I'm thinking it's probably going to have to be some sort of set of fancy aluminium pie cuts, something along those lines. Anyway, right, let's see, shall we? Right, Dean's done shot. It's in. It fits. Literally just. Right, so I've already taken the exhaust out. Got a little bit ahead of myself, but I've already taken the down pipe off, and I'm going to literally cut this. That's the really easy bit, to be honest. That literally needs a little bit of pipe welding in at each end onto that new V-band. Easy peasy. It is in. It does fit. So before, where this was clocked round, it hits the body, but actually with the turbine housing in the right place, compressor housing in the right place even, it does clear the body by quite a bit. So I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. In terms of this here, now this hose is actually for the Nova, but whilst I was here I thought I'd borrow it for mock-up. This is going to be my solution, basically, is a 135 degree 2-inch hose, and then I'm going to get we were talking about doing it with silicone joint to make it easy, but now that we've got the TIG over there, not that I've ever TIG welded aluminium in my life, but I'm going to get another one of these, and then basically we're going to cut this and 45 that into there. Actually doesn't work out too bad, does it?
Easier than we...
Easier than I first anticipated, so I am a little bit happier than I was just a minute ago, because he probably could have told by the tone in my voice. I was getting a little bit panicky because, you know, show season's fast approaching. I've got to finish the Nova. I want to get this back on the road, and all hell's starting to break loose. Anyway, so it does fit. The big thing that's going to be a right pain in the arse to do is I've got to move the wastegate. That is the thing that's going to be an arsehole, because the radiator's got to come out so I can get the manifold off. I've then got to strip all that itchy crap off, which, to be fair, just stripping the itchy crap off of that downpipe there is already getting on my nerves. So yeah, I have got to move move the wastegate, which is less than ideal, but it is what it is. Although having said that, I wonder whether that wastegate would now fit now that turbo's cocked round a bit further. Try it. Let me try it. You hold that. Got to be honest, I'm not hopeful, but we can give it a go. Does anyone remember when this bit fell off? I'll insert that clip now.
I was just thinking a minute ago.
I'll insert the clip of that now. That was brilliant. That was like the first time we took it out, and that dump pipe decided to fall off.
I'll give it a little bit of the beans along here. We'll just see if it's going lean at £10. Just conscious I don't want to run out of injector.
Definitely not going to fit in from the bottom, from the top, I can tell you that. Have a look, see if we've got from underneath. Firing. Don't need that for the moment. It's hitting the compressor housing. It's about.
You literally like another inch of pipe on that. You probably just clear it if it was like out here somewhere.
Well, what I'm thinking is put it on a 45 so that it would sit
down.
What's it hitting the horn? It's fine, I can move the horn quite easily.
That's just catching the compressor housing right now.
Is it?
Top end. it's like 48-hour weeks and stuff. But
Oh, right, okay. So I'm not sure where I last spoke to you because it was the other evening, but since then, it's all back in. Dean's here, putting some petrol in.
go juice.
Putting petrol in means, actually, before you put any more in, thinking about it, we should probably check that I put the filler neck back on after I siphoned all the fuel out for the Nova. Because otherwise you'll be pouring that straight into my boot. A bit like that time I filled it up from the pump and it filled my boot up.
Your hand, that's handy to know, mate.
Yeah. I think I did do it because I'm pretty sure I did it at the time. I'm pretty sure I did it at the time because I knew I'd forget. But it's worth checking, isn't it? That's all a fucking joke, that is.
For you, guys.
Yeah.
It's just got no words for this country anymore.
Not that it's suitable for YouTube anyway.
No.
Right, okay. You're good to go.
Right.
Actually, hang on.
Something else you've forgotten?
No, I'm just going to say, prop that boot open so that those vapours can gas off. So, right, sorry, where did we get to? So, Dean's filling it up with petrol, which can only mean one thing. We are going to start the car up. I've actually got to connect the exhaust once you finish filling it up because it's disconnected on the turbo downpipe. But yeah, where did we get to? So I've wrapped all this in gold heat tape. I did the best job I could. It's a little bit ropey, but whatever, does a job. We've got a silicone coupler on there. It actually fits quite nicely, to be perfectly honest with you, in there. Bit cosy, but we've got heat wrap on there. We've got that on there. That silicone should be fine. She's a big girl, the Octave, isn't she? Anyway, drop the oil. New filter, new oil. New filter, new oil. It's pretty much good to go, I reckon, isn't it?
I think so.
Right, you're going to throw some fuel in it. I'm then going to jack this up. We'll connect the exhaust up so that it's not stupidly loud. And then we'll go. Oh, actually, should we see if. I'm about to say, let's see if the battery's good. Now, we've got a yellow top deep cycle battery, so in theory it should be good. But. How long's this been off the road now? A while, at least. Long enough for my seatbelts to go mouldy. Fucking look at that. Long enough for my seatbelts to go mouldy. Right, so let's see then. So what have we got? Oh. Interesting, because that worked, but none of my gauges came on. They did that time. Fuel pump.
Key.
No, that's it. It's all good. It's all good. I'm going to dig the tablet out as well, actually. I think it's got a flat battery, but I was going to dig the tablet out so we've got a dash. Right, we're going to get these bits sorted, and then finally it will be time to put a bit more life back into Little Red. Quite excited, actually, to be honest. Because as much as I love working on the Nova, and I actually kind of want to keep the Nova instead of giving it back, nothing quite like getting your own car running again, is there? So, right.
I don't know.
Well, he doesn't know. To be fair, you've made some good progress, though.
I have made some good progress.
Good progress. I've just realised that door bar bolt, that roof bar bolt is really loose. Better tighten that up as well. Although, to be fair, loose bolt, it's a Bluetooth cage at the back still, so...
Second can in.
You know, yeah, throw it all in, mate. 2 cans in there, all £15 worth. Right, let's get these bits done and go from there. Right, obviously that needs to be fixed before we go anywhere, but it's got oil in it, lots of oil in it apparently. We've got fuel in it, we've got battery. What we'll do is we've got exhaust, so I'm going to turn it on, run the fuel pump. I can't because I've not got the fucking... Well, I can, it'll prime. But I've got the laptop here, so I can't. Should have thought about that. Oh well, whatever, doesn't matter. Crank it up, make sure we've got oil pressure.
So we get to.
And fuck the names off. 10 o'clock.
Standard issue.
They'll be alright. To be fair, this isn't that loud, I don't think. Can't remember really. I'm sure the Nova was quieter with no exhaust than this is with the exhaust, but whatever. Right. Let's. Do you want to keep your eye on that fuel pressure gauge, and I'll prime it all a couple of times. Yeah, I'll prime it all a couple of times. Oh, I forgot how difficult this is to get in and out of these door bars. Yeah, no, fuck that up. I might disconnect door bars and take it for an MOT. So test
A little bit easier.
Still got a throttle linkage.
Yep.
Right, okay then.
No pressure on the
It'll
gauge.
probably take a while to come through because the lines were empty. Anything yet?
Not yet.
Sounds like it's building pressure now. You hear the pump.
There we go, it's coming up now.
Yeah.
It's coming up. Yeah, when you prime it. It's dropped back off again, but
It will do. Right, it won't
yeah,
stop
we're
us
just
up.
getting to shy 40 on it.
Right, okay then. If you're on spark off, I'm going to crank it over a couple of times. Oh no, I'm not, because I've got the key. I don't need the key. I push the start. Right.
Nothing's leaking yet.
Oil pressure gauge flickered. Makes 10 psi whilst it's cranking, so I'd assume it's put up. Right, how long's it been? September?
September time, October time?
September,
Couldn't tell you.
October, November, December.
6 months basically.
6 months. Quite nervous. Ready?
Go for it, mate.
Oh, beautiful. That was what, 2 cranks? 6 months that sat there for. Battery,
Oh, questionable.
6 months it sits there idle like that. I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit more dramatic, so it could be like, come on, come on, come on.
When it first started,
Well, the exhaust is blowing from there. Turbo spinning.
yeah, turbo
The exhaust is blowing badly. So I need to sort that V-band out, see it pushing the condensation out of there. Plenty of oil pressure.
something.
Just like that.
Really solid, isn't it? Turbo. Very low, very low.
Means that up part is here, but it's making turbo noises on idle. That's it, 80 pounds of oil pressure. To sort that, it's blowing like buggery, look at it. That's idling really nice, isn't it? It's a bit smoky down there, but I'm just probably off of the heat wrap, where I've had the heat wrap off.
It's looking down there and smoking as well off the heat wrap.
Yeah. Well, that was probably the most uneventful start in forever. That was literally 2 cranks, wasn't it?
Straight
Probably
up.
2 turns of the engine straight away.
It's fine.
That cold start tune is on point.
I think I spent a lot of time on it.
We did. Yeah, a lot of time. Literally, new turbos on. We're all good to go. Didn't see any oil leaking out the turbo, did you?
Not from up top.
Not from up top. Can't see anything dripping out the bottom. There's quite a lot of water.
I think there's a bit of condensation water just been thrown off.
Down, maybe.
I'm not seeing anything untoward.
Yeah, that one under there, that V-band under there is leaking like fuck as well. Yeah. Both the V-bands are. Okay, so there's a little bit to be sorted out on them V-bands because it won't pass an MOT like that, but
apart from that,
the majority of stuff is done. So we need to put some side lights back in it, which I've got the proper Mark 1 Golf side light holders for now, rather than them rubber things.
Yep.
Fit the handbrake cable, adjust the handbrake cable up, weld in the rear cage plates, and that's it.
That's it.
Happy days. Happy days. Long time coming. I would love to put this new turbo up on the 2-step for you, but it is 10 o'clock at night and I really don't want to upset the neighbours. So, I suppose that'll do it, wouldn't it? That'll do it. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Little red, back on the road. Well,
So
ready for an MOT anyway. Show season, here we come. Just got to finish them over now. Although, it's nearly there. Literally just got to weld the exhaust, spray some under seal on it. Pretty much it.
okay.
The list is very small. Happy days. Right, like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one. Ta-da!